So Tania, I've been hearing this concept about infinite banking. How does it work, and who would benefit the most from it? Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Sure. That's great, Claudia. So in business, obviously, there's several steps, or I would say phases in business. When you start, you're a startup. You're barely building. Remember, we talk about you're everything. You're the CEO, you're the janitor, you're the cashier, you're the CFO, you're the COO, you're the HR manager, you're the sales, you're everything. So when you are starting, you're focusing on building your cash flow. So infinite banking may not be a good idea for that business. Now, the next step would be like the toddler step, right? You're growing the business. Now you're entering into the growth. At a growth level or a mature company, you're already running a growth company, a mature company. That means you have an amazing cash flow. So your cash flow, it's great, greater than even your net revenues. So at that point, infinite banking is a concept. It's you build your own bank. I wouldn't say like you build a Bank of America, but you're building your own bank. You create that with the extra cash flow, the extra cash that you have to build this. Why do you do that? You could do that maybe to buy another business, to acquire other businesses. Maybe you want to acquire the competitor. Maybe you want to buy a real estate portfolio. Maybe there was an opportunity to buy an apartment complex. So you're building that to do those purchases. So you use that money as the bank, your own bank, and you borrow the money from your own bank. Instead of you paying, if you borrow money, let's say to buy a complex, a building from Bank of America, they're going to give you 6, 7, 8%, whatever interest rate. You pay them the interest. Here, you're building your own bank. You're going to pay yourself. So you take the money, let's say $500,000 to purchase this building. You're paying yourself that interest. And then if you want to pay that back, kind of like you do with the banks, you keep using that infinitely, ongoing. You use the money, you recycle the money, you keep purchasing the properties, and you keep growing like that. So the infinite banking, it's more designed for a business owner that has a greater cash flow compared to the net income, because that allows them to do that. You don't want to do that on a startup because they don't have the cash. You may wipe their cash by doing this planning. So that's very important to identify who qualifies for an infinite banking. Pretty much it's a life insurance policy that you're building. And it's the cash value and obviously the benefit, God forbid something happens to the business owner. But it's a concept, but it's a life insurance.
The vehicle that we're using. It's really life. But I like the concept that and I don't even remember, but we have a client who did that. And I think he was buying his business, a building. Yeah. Remember at the Starbucks that we went? Yeah. So he was doing that.
Yeah. So we have several clients that you could do a lump sum. You could do little by little, start saving to build your bank. And then from that, you can use, like I said earlier, to purchase another business, to buy a competitor, to buy a house, to buy other businesses, to do whatever you want to do to increase your cash flow, to grow your wealth. It's a great opportunity, I'll be honest. I'd rather build my own bank. I'd rather use those resources to keep growing rather than paying to credit cards, to the banks, and you live to do that. We don't want that. We want to build your own bank. You pay yourself that ongoing.
I like that. And something that caught my attention was that not everybody qualifies for it. Yeah. I mean, you have to be very strategic, and it has to be somebody that really has the client's benefit to see if it's actually a vehicle or a tool that you're at that stage in your business that you should use. So you can grow and not get stuck. If I can say that.
So what we do is to see who qualifies. We check their profit and loss on the balance sheet, and then the general ledger. We check those numbers, and we give an idea. We just, hey, you may qualify for this. You may want to do this, or you may want to do. We could also do other things. But when the infinite banking, it's a great tool, pretty much to build cash flow.
Yeah.
It's like a liquid asset to keep running the business, to keep growing the assets, whether that's real estate or purchasing businesses or any opportunities that they may come up for the business.
And thank you, IRS codes, because those are the ones that let us do that and help our clients.
Yes.
So that's why you want an expert. So here at Herbert Financial, we do that. We have a team of experts, like Tania had mentioned, that we sit down, we take the time, we personalize every plan because not every plan is for everybody. It's like the shoes. It doesn't fit for everybody, right?
That's correct.
So I like that. I like that we get to work with clients.
Yes.
I like that. So any other input that you wanted to share about infinite banking? Yes.
Yeah. So, one of the main things for Claudia, for the business owner is you need to start doing tax planning. Do not wait until March or April to do tax planning. You need to start doing now. If you're a business owner and you haven't done your books, like at Herbert Financial, Claudia, we do, when our clients come, we do their P&L and balance sheet on a monthly basis, and we sit down with our clients. Throughout the year, we tell the client, this is going to be your tax liability. So we hit November, which we are right now very busy. We tell them, this is how much is going to be your tax liability. So now we're implementing all these codes because there are some codes that you can only use in 2024 and you cannot use in 2025. So we pretty much have a month and a half to tackle the tax planning. So if you're working with a CPA or an accountant, please tell your accountant to give you a year-to-date P&L and balance sheet, and we can look at it and give you a free consultation, like what can you do to reduce your taxes legally, the legal way, obviously the IRS way, and we want to put money back into your pocket.
Well, thank you, Tania. Thank you. I know that this is all valuable information. So thank you for everybody who's watching. We appreciate you so much.